Welcome back, everybody. I'm gonna put some of the in-game music on. Just gotta look at where it all is. There we go. Alright, how's everybody been? Alright, before we start, let's get a smoke happening. Won't be long, guys. I messed up my smoke, so I'm just gonna fix that up. I'm actually rolling my smokes, so manually, so I kind of messed it up with the filter. So you know how it is when you do that shit. What's doing, guys? Welcome into the stream, guys. I won't be long. Just gotta fix this up because I'm not gonna waste my damn smoke. Not this fucking economy, I'm not. Alright, so we've got things we need to test out, try a few things out, you know, the usual stuff. Before I want to get into farming, I want to work a few more things out, try and, I've been playing around with this whole vegetable garden greenhouse idea, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. This is a list of all the mods that I am currently running. Everything you guys need to know is all here. This is a full breakdown of what I've got, so you guys can see what I'm running. And yes, I'm using elegant houses, decorative houses, so that I can make passive income from those. I'm gonna get rid of the fish. That's pretty much it. That'll do us. I have quite a few mods. We'll be here all day if we fucking, you know, if we scroll through the cancer things. So we'll be literally here all fucking day. There's a lot. There's a lot. All right. So what we're working on today is testing a few more things. Now, I believe I've pretty much got it. I just don't think I've got the automation side of it, and I do actually want to get the automation side working because both me and my friend, we both want to figure this out. So if I can figure out the automation side of how to load up the boxes, would be best. Now, I don't think doing what I did before is actually going to work. I'm willing to try it, but I doubt it's going to work. So look, give me a moment to just get it to daytime and we'll test it out. We'll have a look at things. Now, I'm using a swather right now, because the swather is literally what you think it is. If you're doing baling, this is the tool you want. And yes, this is a mod because it's not in the base game. So when I turn this on, it literally just does this. And as you guys can see, it just swaths the ground. Now, this does actually work for mowing the lawn too. I've tried, it works perfectly. as I will demonstrate real quick for you guys. It's not what we're going to be using today, but I wanted to show you guys. It'll work just fine for mowing the lawn, and you can drop the grass if you want to. I just don't want to. Personally, I just don't want to. How do we change it? I forgot how to bloody change it, so bear me a sec, I'm figuring it out. I'm still figuring it out. Select work mode. Here it is, R1 and L3. So this will be left, right. So you got left, right, or center. Now mowing the lawn, it's just what it does, is mow the lawn. So it's basically a glorified mower, or you could just have it go from left to right, which I will demonstrate for you guys right now real quick. Once daylight comes around, I'll change it to daytime for you. I had the time sped up. Alright, so let's change the time. 0.50 should be enough. So when you're running through, you can select left, right, or center, depending on how you want to do it. See, we've got it on whatever the hell this is right now, left. So it's going to shoot out the left side. It'll all shoot out the left side. Or if you change it to the right, you can make it come out the right side. Me personally, because I like to run a baler to pick all this shit up. Personally, I like to run center. Because that way it'll come out through the center. And yes, I could just hire AI to do all this, but I really don't want to. So here's my truck. This is my unrealistic water truck. It is a mod. And we will start overloading the shit out of it. So we're growing a lot of food here. I've got a bale here because this requires wheat. This requires water and straw. Straw we have plenty of. Just by leaving a bale here, we're good. That big bale will do. Just a liftable bale mod will do you. Simple, easy, straight to the point. And as you can see, as it grows, it'll just be dropping the box here, dropping it onto the truck. This is the best I can do for automation purposes at this time. And then what we can do is we take our, if you do have it, that is, you can always go and jump into constructor and jump over into production, selling points, and you can download a mod for these. The Farm Shop Selling Station, American. Now, I choose the red one because the red one just seems to work the best for me. Everyone's different. I know this. See, as you can tell, it doesn't work unless it's on the back of the truck. I don't understand it, but it's just how the game is. I can't get it to work any fucking better. I really, really, really can't. So, yeah. Be one moment, guys, and I'll be with you guys in a second. Just gotta do something on my phone real quick. Won't be a moment. Yeah, so unfortunately it doesn't work as good as what I was expecting when I first tried this method. This method does not work, and it will work if I was to put it on the back of the truck. Now, there's no guarantees that you'll be able to have the boxes auto-load, because I'm using an auto-load hook lift truck. So there's no guarantees on it. So, it all comes down to trial and error and how you're going to get it to work. I'm still trying. I really am. Okay, I'm just running an experiment real quick, guys. I won't be long. Just gotta run me an experiment. I just don't know if this experiment works. Uh, this is working. Anyways, all right. So there's multiple different ways that you could try it. Obviously, I'm choosing the American House. It's not the greatest, but it would work. It really would work, but I can't get it to work yet. So clearly, because it's in the way of the apple tree, and that itself is a mod to make the apple tree a singular one, which does take the guesswork out of things. It's a little slower, but the way my automation process is, it only requires one tree anyway. So for me, one tree is all I bloody need, which means I don't have to mess around with other fucking trees. It's just one tree, that's it, job done. And I can automate the shit out of that. That's no problem. That's easy. Takes a bit of work. As you can see, things are being sold. Now that I will show you how I did. I will show you what is physically being automated at this very moment. So currently we have chickens. I'm still working on it. It's a long ways off from being fully perfected yet. It's a little slow. But my biggest cash cow right now for making money, if you were to do anything on a original budget, is to have this mod for the building, these car beehives, and then you want to set it up so that you have the hang on, if I can crouch. There we go. Guess I'm not getting in that way. If you can get yourself the car beehives, and you can get yourself the pallets and a hook lift truck with an auto load, this is how I would recommend that you set it up. Now there is two different ways that I know. This is the most stable method. If you were to go for an auto, this is a honey farm, an automatic selling honey farm. Now what this is I put down the bee pallet bay first. That allowed me to then press to go get the pallet props, which are on the decorations. And then you take those and you start placing those down. Now, it does not matter if you overlap them, because you can press triangle to do so, and that would be more preferred. So what I would then do, so that you can keep this going, is I would then put down your pallets. After you put down the bee pallet, remove the bee pallet location, and then replace that back down in the same dimensions that you placed this down, which will be the same dimensions as we got here. Now I did put the cars there intentionally so that it pushes the boxes to the front and stays only at the front of the pallets. That's where we want it to be. And by doing that, it allows us to bring our hook lift truck in while it's still sitting on the bed. And then we place our farm shop so that the blue icon, as you can see, it's glowing underneath the bed of the truck. That's where we want it to be. That will start the unloading process automatically. Okay, so it'll automatically load it and unload it into the shop without you having to intervene. And as you can see, by doing this exact method, it's $1,233 almost every single time. And this will continually do this all day, all night, non-stop, making you a lot of money. Now, this is just one of the farms that I'm working on. Just one. As you can see, I got a lot of useless tools, but The egg farm. It's hopefully going to be the same method, but at the moment it's very slow, as you can see. I've had this running constantly non-stop, and this is about all the eggs that were produced in that time frame. So it's a lot of work. You still got to top up the animals' food and all that kind of stuff. So there's a bit of messing around with that. I also managed to work on apple juice farming, which I found was pretty fun. All it is you just park a truck just here where the water is, and you put a water source right next to the truck, overlapping the trailer, just overlapping it, so that you can refill, overfill the water going into the trees. By doing that, you'll have water going in, water going out automatically for a long time. And by that, it'll continuously generate apples, which will then automatically go into the apple juice factory. And then the automatic loading truck will then pick up the apple juice. That's if you wanted to go down that route. Now this is automatic, but it does require having a hook lift truck sitting here to pick up all of those resources. Now, at the moment, I don't have it running, but I will soon, once I've perfected a few more things. Now, this is just my test well. Another way that I'm also making money as well is by having these houses just here. So I created a little suburban area where I earn rental income every hour or every day, depending on what house you get. This will continuously bring in passive income, and at a bloody steady rate, as you can see. Most of them are just the honey being sold, but most of that is the rental as well. For anyone that doesn't know, and mind you, this game doesn't come with an instruction manual, so this took quite a bit of figuring out. I'm going to show you this. Up here is the cow barn. Now the cow barn, this took some figuring out. I won't lie, it took some work to figure this out. So the first thing you're going to need, if you really want to start making milk and sell it, to start making money from that, which you can do. I'm just working out how to automate it. Don't worry about that. I'll figure that out real quick. Now, I went into the mods. Now, the mods that I have installed are for the liftable bales. Now, that's going to be crucial, because the liftable bales pack is the one that we're focusing on here. If we were to load up on these big bales just here, because they are bigger and they do last quite a bit, so you load up on a hell of a ton of those, and then you want to grab yourself some of the total mixed ration bags. Now, I generally go with the bigger one, so let's use a choice, just because they last a bit longer. They might be a little bit more expensive depending on how you look at it, but if you were to do one load of this, one load of total TMR, one load of straw, and then repeat that process, just keep bringing it down and bringing it down. All you have to do is bring it into here, and it will start auto unloading from this trailer. From there, this will store it up here, over here, where you can't walk too far. As you can see, I've loaded a crap ton of it. So all we have to do is walk up to this sign just here, open the storage dialog, and pull out what we would like. In this case, we're going to bring out one of each, so you can pick how much you want. I'm going to go with one square, because I do have square here, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure they'll take it anyways. And then we're also going to bring out one of these, one of the TMRs. I'm also going to bring out one of the big round bales for the straw. See, these are one of the big ones. We have a lot here. You can hold up 34 bales. And in this case, we're just gonna bring one. Okay? So to start making milk, all you gotta do is grab one of these bales. Now, I am currently using the medium ones because they do fit down this hatch, and that's what you want. The moment you put it down there, as you can see, it starts putting it into the bay where it needs to be. I haven't tested with the square, but I'm assuming it is the same damn way. So you drop it in because it is a liftable bale. It should take it. If there you go, and now you can see we've got straw. Now you want to take the round bale, which I'm going to drop this in the hole too. It's not going to take it. So this allows you to pick the bale up, and then you just walk it out to the feeding trough. Once you walk it out to the feeding trough, you'll start producing milk and manure or slurry or whatever. And it'll automatically take it once you're holding over it. That'll give the cows some feed. Then you'll be able to start soon seeing that it is producing milk. As you can see, the stats going up as we speak. That shows that we have milk available. Then we come over to here to load up our milk from this little point just here. Manure goes into this bay just here. And I purposely put down a selling point for the milk, which is this one where the truck is. So now what we do is we drive around. Now I have a fence in place, so I'm just going to drive around. When you buy a milk truck, just make sure you open the cover first. It's satisfying to do so, but it's really satisfying. I believe the other one we just passed was a slurry point. So we drive up here and we can now start filling with milk. As you can see, we've got 1,000 litres of milk in there. So now we can take that milk and we can go sell that, and that will be another product that we can sell. Now, I haven't figured out an automated method for that yet, but I will. Now, when I'm loading and unloading, I just leave it open, leave the covers open because I really don't care too much. Now, I'm just gonna back this out and drive this up to the unloading point. That's all I'm going to do, and the unloading point is here at the back of the building. So you drive it up, and then you can start overloading with milk. Now we've just sold all our milk. See, milk sold $2,321 for 1,000 litres. That's not bad, in my opinion. That's not bad, guys. So depending on what kind of farmer you want to be, you could really do some work. Now, I'm trying to refine this in the new world because I want to see how this automation goes in my new world where I'm automating things and getting it sorted. So right now, this is what I've got. It's not much, but it's mainly a test world. Yes, I have a park, don't knock it. But I also am running maple syrup, which I've got a bit of work to do, but it's a little janky, but it seems to work. There's a bit of work to do, a bit of useless items that I didn't need, all that shit, I know, there's a bit of crap. But I'm still figuring it all out. This game doesn't come with an instruction manual, so you're left to figure it out all on your own. You really, really are. So now I'm just giving the pigs a bit of feed, and I don't know what the pigs do yet, but I do know how to feed them. That I do know. That gets rid of that bag. It cleans it up and gets rid of that bag. See, I'm still figuring all of this out. This takes a bit of work. Now, I believe we have a slurry generator, but we have that anyways with the cows. I also have some selling points up here, which I will show you guys. A lot of things are still being worked on. This is now my second test world that I'm testing things out in, because I wanted different world scenarios to test things out, like bumpy worlds, smooth worlds, open worlds, stuff like that. Allows me to test things out without having to do a hell of a lot of smoothing out and things like that. To see how trucks would respond, tractors would respond, how it's like firing on each one, you know. But the new one that I'm working on is currently a actual legit world where I'm not got any government subsidies. So I'm starting with the bank loan, and then I pay off the bank loan, then I'm making money from there. This is a seed deposit, a seed buying station. This is, I think, another one, but I'm not 100% sure what that one actually is. I think I've got a couple different ones I'm working on. This one's a water depot for filling up your trucks. And then, oh, that's not meant to be here, but this one here, it is a light pole. As you can see, it is a light pole. Nothing crazy, but it is I did put a little slurry buying point there. So it becomes a slurry buying point, allowing me to pull up, load up the slurry, and leave. Kind of cool. It's a little trigger point. It's a mod that you can download. I thought it'd be hella useful, which it is, and so forth. Now, I did buy a baler because I want to see how this goes, and I have the ×9 capacity baler, so I'm going to take my really nice tractor, if I can find where I park a bloody thing. I have a really, really nice tractor I really want to try this on. I have the Boss Horse. If you guys don't know, that's a modded tractor that goes up to 3,000 miles an hour, but this one doesn't have that in the engine capacity bay. That's my green one. Where's my other one? Where did I park here? Oh, it's around. It must be around the side. It's around the side here. It's parked with my special trailer. I have a special trailer hitched up. This holds a shit ton of fucking, an unrealistic amount of hay bales. And yes, I tried it in a few different scenarios, and it's no good. It's no good in certain scenarios. I tried a shop truck on it, nothing. See, Lizard, unrealistic 40-inch auto load bale trailer. It's a really good little trailer. It can hold a hell of a lot, and you can adjust them depending on the building that you're going in. So let's go get the baler, and we'll run that through the field because I want to run a test on that anyways. I have a few tools that will help out, like auto lifting clamps, which are really good. I also have a forklift for lifting an entire hay bale stack, which is really good. Okay, so this is a big capacity. So this will probably do a lot of hay bales in theory. It's 100% untested until now. So I'm seeing how all this goes as you guys are seeing it too. So, bear with me on that one. Unfold, lower pickup, and turn on the bale. So we are now on. Now I am to change bale size. Oh, hello. Never seen that one before. We can raise and lower it if we need to. Oh god, this train's got a train horn. Nice. How about we toggle the radio? Now this is just going to do its thing, and we're going to be baling a lot of shit. This does more better bale work than a standard. It takes the standard capacity of a baler and doubles it, or triples it. So it can do good sized bales. Now if there's anything I don't know, please don't be hesitate to tell me, because I don't know that much about this game and I'm still figuring it out. So you see me making a mistake, it's because I'm still figuring it out. Don't hate on that. This game doesn't really come with the best instruction manuals, and the mods, the descriptions on the mods are fucking stupid. So as you guys can see, this doesn't go all the way down. This is me testing shit out. This is literally me testing out all different directions, all that stuff. But so far it seems to work. Seems to work just fine. I don't like this radio station. That's more like it. And yes, the lights are okay on this. Like, really okay. I do have some settings turned off, like plowing required and all that shit. I got all that turned off. I don't need that shit. Because I hate plowing. I hate fertilizing. I hate that shit. So. Alright, let's do a course correction. Go clean up this little bit just here. Continue the bales. So this is bigger capacity bales, all that jazz. How it all works, I don't know. All I know is we're baling right now. That's all I know. I ain't heavily educated with this shit, but we're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. This is my favorite tractor. It's got a bloody cow head on front, and I love it. It's one of my favorite tractors in this game. Alright, now we just gotta go in and clean up the little bit of shit we left there. And we've only made 1 or 2 bales already, just with this little bit of crap. And scared off all the birds. Oh, there goes the first bale. Let's see that money shot. Come on. Show us that money shot. Come on now. There's the money shot. Alright, let's swing back and pick up the little bit of shit we missed. I'm thinking a bit of plowing's in order. A bit of, you know, a bit of cultivation. This field really doesn't get that well attended to. And yes, this world did start out with a few government subsidy signs, but they have now been removed. Alright. Now for this, I'm basically just going to unload this over here because this is a straw selling point and that's all I'm using this for. Nothing more than that. So you can take your straw and you can sell it here. And as you guys just seen, I suck at reversing, so. Literally just going to drive around. Alright, so let's unload. These are not liftable bales, unfortunately. So, I'm gonna have to try and push them out. And push them back up. But that's okay. Because I have a tool that's used for that. Useful for that. So this is my useful tool. This is a bale forklift. This is basically what you need. This will pick it up and push it in, but in this case, all we need to do is kind of push it in, if we can. And you can clamp in your bales. Surprisingly quite far. And you can lift them up. Now, this is all the way at max, so it's probably not good for this distance. But they can pick up wide loads, like really wide loads. So if I was to come in from a different direction and pick it up from a different direction, that'd be alright. Which is what I'm going to basically do. Alright. Now I'm going to zoom it, lower it down. Then I'm going to load it, push it in. And now it registers that it's 97% full. Now I'm going to lift it up, bring it on over. If it doesn't take it, then you'll have to just drop it. But it will automatically take it once it's on that bay. At least it should. If it doesn't happen straight away, there it goes. But it generally happens automatically for those. This has been a very good tool of mine to use. It's been a very, very useful tool. When you're loading bales, it helps, along with having an auto-load bale trailer. And it took a lot of trial and error to figure out which was the best bale trailer. It took a while, and I could show you guys just the capacity of that bale trailer too, because it's really bloody good. So what I'm going to do, because I need to load up some bales to take them in anyways. Let's go take a load. Now, I originally started out with a small flatbed auto-load trailer. Auto-loading side of it sucks. Same with this one. It's no different. I hate the unloading side of it, but in this case, just in case there's any issues, I'm going with the big round straws. I could probably go with some of these, which I think I might actually still do, to be honest. I might just buy some of this total mix ratio. And I am going to buy the max a few times over. As you can see, we've got a fuckload over there. Now, you watch what I'm about to do. I'm about to pull over, pick up the trailer. This only does one type at a time. Just one type at a time. That's all it can handle. It sucks, I know, but it is what it is. Now, I believe the type that it does is based upon the size of the bales. So it can pick up multiple different types, it's just the size it does one at a time of. So clearly, we're going to change this to the... we're going to remove our tension belts, because I forgot to do that last time. Make sure we're on the trailer. We should be in operational running. So we pretty much just want to pull up and start loading them up. I don't know why the ramps were folded, but not folded. I also need to find out why it's not bloody loading, because it was before. Oh shit! Push the bales. It was literally doing that not long ago. I need to find out why. They need to go into operational. And I don't know why it's not doing that. It should give us that option. What's going on? Whoa! Jesus Christ. That should be working. It has always worked. There's never been a fucking issue. So clearly something's going on. Whoa! Jesus Christ, what am I doing? Jesus Christ. I don't know if I'm just doing something wrong, but I have a history of just doing something wrong and realizing that something didn't work. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to sell it and buy a new one. Not take any chances. I'm literally not taking any chances. Just to make sure there's no issues. Now in this case, what we're going to do for our mods, we're going to be looking for that specific trailer that we went after. It was a good trailer. It's a good one. Now this is the unrealistic bale trailer that we are using. And I did originally use a flat frame, but it does work with things like gooseneck and stuff like that. As long as you choose the auto bale. Auto load. See, you got the auto load gooseneck and you got the regular. You got the ball pen, well, all that shit. I generally just stick with the auto load bales because that seems to work. So that's kind of what I'm going to stick with. For this one, what I generally do is I go like one of these tires, depending on what you want to go with. Michelin's a damn good brand, and I go 4 axles for stability. Alright, so you could go with anyone. I generally like the wood stain or the natural, doesn't really matter. But for what I'm doing, I'm going down to one of my favorite colors, which is this one. The wood stain, I don't really see that doing anything, but I like to make sure it's color coded too. And then we're going to purchase that for 38,000. And we'll just go pick it up. And hopefully, it should have fixed the problem. Now, I am yet to sell the other one, but it'll be fine. We have a new one now. I don't know why it's not working. It was working before. Had no problems with it. Literally not a single problem. So here's where we hold L1 and square, and we just auto-load the shit out of it. And all you do, you just drive around, and it will auto-load, as you would expect. It gets them out of your way, all that jazz. And you can come back through and make another pass if you miss the turn, which is what I'm gonna do, because I'm only 78% full. I'm going to come back around and pick up the rest. There we go. That's them all picked up. As you can see, it holds a lot of these TMRs. Alright. So you can hit this with tension belts. I don't generally see it doing anything, but it makes you feel a bit more secure, and it generally doesn't go off you. trailer. Doesn't really falls off unless you put it in transport mode. So in this case, what I'll be doing, because I already have some loaded up, is I'm just going to take this down to the cow pen, and I'm just going to load the place to the hill with the pen. So I'm just going to take this straight down and just give them a hell of a lot of food. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Don't mind the bump in the road. I'm not the very good best at fixing them up a bit because they got a little bit weird in the building phase, but it's drivable. And I intentionally made it so we could drive in here. So clearly what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull in. Not like that though, but I'm going to pull in and unload at the cow pen at their feed bay. I'm just trying to get as close as I can. Because this is a long-ass trailer. Longer than normal trailers. Yes, I'm just pushing a little trailer out of the way. I don't really care. It was in my way. Okay, so that should be doing everything we need. Now we do have to go to transport position and then unload and then unload bales, and it should start the unloading process. If not, you'll have to manually do it, which is totally fine. It'll actually be fine. You may have to chase a few of the bales down, but if you don't hit unload then unload again, I guarantee you things will go weird. And you'll have glitched bales, so. Hey, look at that. Went in. So pretty much, I'm just going to start throwing them off, and it'll probably pick them up eventually. It'll be fine. I'll just chase them all down. It does not matter. These are all just going to go in the trough, and I'm fine catching them later. It does not bother me. These are all liftable bales after all, so I can just go pick them up. I do not care. And it will just take a lot of them. Now you can get, if you can get it lined up a bit more better, then you could probably get it all to go in. In this case, I'm not really too worried about it. I don't mind just tossing them in. It doesn't bother me. I'm only moving them a little bit anyway, so it doesn't matter. Where the hell did that bale just go? It's a lot of bales, but it means a lot of feed for the cows. Hence the reason why you don't have to feed them as much. Like, you really don't have to feed them that much. Once you put this much in, you can basically just set it and forget it. Literally just set and forget. Which is kind of what I'm aiming to do here. And it's all coming down like it's all toppling down like an avalanche. Yeah, down there, you. Just gonna pick it up, throw it over, pick it up, throw it over. You know, usual shit. I think it could have been because I had the tension belts down, but I didn't bother doing that. I didn't undo the tension belts. I just realized that. But the cows are happy. They're being fed. And this will just continuously take the fucking feed. Just continuously taking them. So, got a couple more to go. Then we've got to clean up the ground. I'm pretty sure it will automatically load and unload it, but right now it's not because I didn't line it up too well. There we go. I'm sure you could probably buy these bales and then just do this, but It's it's user choice if you want the real a little bit of realism instead of just buying the shit. Okay, so now for the feed. I think there's a barrel here. Let's throw that in there. So now you can pretty much go check out how much feed you got, and well, shit, that's a lot of feed. I think we're good for food for a long time. The only thing we don't have making is any milk because their health is not the greatest. Now, I don't know how to bring that health up. Maybe it's just the fact I need more straw, but it looks like we got plenty as it is. We have plenty of bales still in storage. Probably could do with some more total mixed rations though. Probably need more, if anything. Little low on those and the round bales for both the types of TMR. Everything else we're pretty much good on. Assume we just wait, because I did slow down the time, so I assume we just wait for the milk, but that's about it. And if I was to indeed speed up the time, you'll see that it'll change. So that's what I'm going to do, so I can show you guys. So if you guys didn't know how to feed bloody cows, well, at least now you know. Through my trial and error, I managed to get it to work. There we go, now we're making milk. And their happiness just went back up. So their stats are really, really bloody good. So we don't really have to worry about the cows for quite a long ass time. Not really, because we've done all the bench work to get it to the point where we can just set it and forget it for a bit. There's no issues there. There's really none. The milk's working, the health just went up from 10 to 40, so it went up 30%, so that's pretty darn healthy in my opinion. Pretty damn darn. I'm happy with that. How we automate the process of the milk transfer, I don't have a clue. I will probably work on that in time. I don't have a solution just yet, but I'm going to. I may modify my road a little bit, temporarily. Considering this thing is right here after all. Now that ain't a terrible idea. Considering the milk is here, let's go and remove some road, some fences. So I think these fences should be enough. The fences were a bit of a little bit of a mistake, but for now I'll just remove these out of the way. Maybe even relocate that light. Which actually ain't a half bad idea. The hell is that? Ceiling flood lamp. Wait, what? Ceiling flood lamp? Wait, where can these go? Because last time I checked, we can't place these. Huh. Apparently, that works like that, apparently. And this is a ground one? Well, alright. So we've got ground ones. Even though it says wall, which is quite weird. But apparently you can put them on the fucking... Oh. You can't go up too high with them, which is kind of stupid. But if you wanted to make illuminated fences, you could easily put them on there, no problems. Which is actually not a bad idea, to be honest. But in this case, the light in question that we're going with is the large floodlight. That's the light we're choosing. So I'm going to put that there and sell this one. Now for this to work, I need to grab that milk truck, which means cycling through all my trucks. Because I got a few useless fucking things. Where's the milk truck located? Just there. I don't know, what's kind of pointless. I forgot I parked it there. So, don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if it's just the fact that I need the truck there or not. I don't know. I'm probably going to try a couple different variants to see what works and what doesn't. So now we've got a milk truck. It's not in place because I'm going to try my first idea first. And my first idea is going to be sell points or animals. That's the animals. This is another mod that I downloaded. It's called Milk Shipping. Now, I don't know if it requires just sitting it here or not. I do not know. I cannot tell you because I haven't got a foggiest of clues. But I do know it does say overlaps with another object. Don't hesitate to press triangle. That'll fix that issue. Now, I'm going to just kind of park this maybe there will do us. And then I'm going to bring my truck in. My assumption on this one, my assumption is that it's just going to ship it. I don't know how this all works. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'm just going to activate it. And then I'm going to park my truck in and hope for the bloody best. That's my assumption. I don't know if it works. We're about to find out. So we're going to start filling. Doesn't appear to look like it. Okay. So we've got nothing. So it looks like I've actually got to put this in a bay of its own. Now I don't believe there's any form of pallet storage that I know of. All I can see is the milk shipping, so I don't know if there's a pallet storage, and I don't know what it requires me doing. But this is what it does say to do. It says place this production near your stable, then you can transfer and send products directly. So I don't know if it's going to sell milk directly. I don't have a clue. Oh, that's apple. We want to look at milk. See, I'm not seeing any milk going into it. Now, I have a feeling it might need to overlap it. So, I need to sell this one, and I might sell this one. And this should fall under the category of automation. So, my plan is right now is I'm just going to place that right smack there. And then I'm going to turn it on and hope for the very best. And we're going to see if it actually brings in any milk. I don't know if it will or not. I haven't got a clue. This is all part of figuring this out. There's no real instruction manual on this shit. From what I can see is this is what you would do, but never really got this one working. If I can get this to work, then absolutely I can delete the milk truck, hence less vehicles. Which means going into a brand new world, this is something that you wouldn't need to waste your money on, is a milk truck. You can still have passive income coming in, you could go off and do other things. But currently, while it's active, I don't see any damn milk. So the only other thing that I could think to do, because I do know we have milk, so it's just not picking it up. I don't know if I'm going to try parking the truck in on top of it again. And see if that changes the outcome. Maybe we have to slave it kind of like we did with the hook-lift truck. Wouldn't have a clue. So pretty much I'm just gonna start filling the fucking truck. It doesn't say anything about it doesn't say anything, but what I can see is it's selling it. It's leaving the truck. So we start filling, we got milk, and then we start overloading. Okay, so that's pretty much how it works. It may not overload. I don't know. It's just not it's not automating the process, so it is looking like you're going to need to have a truck there to mediate it. Looks like it. Which kind of sucks. I was hoping to not have the milk truck entirely, but at least now we know how to sell it without needing to go to the actual store. Which is great, because now I can go delete this store, because that's one less fucking item I actually need. So it's absolutely great news. I can now go over and sell this selling this selling point, because I now no longer need it, which means now I could fix the damn ground up, because it's literally something I don't need to worry about after that. So I'm just gonna go paint the damn ground green. There we go. Because I don't want to leave the ground looking like shit. So. None of this is actually needed. Other than there not being a fence, doesn't even look like I was here. Like I did nothing. Can't prove nothing. Got no proof. No evidence. There we go. Let's get rid of these two. Okay, so we can make a shit ton of passive income. This is kind of how I'm doing it for now. I'll figure it all out a little later. Maybe I'll just back the truck in. Which honestly ain't a terrible idea. Then I can kind of put my fence back if I wanted to. Which in this case, this is what I'm going to be doing. Means I can just park my truck in here, fill and unload. So I can leave it there, I can put my fence around it as I want. No one's none the wiser. So for this I'll go decorations, I'll go my usual fence. And I am actually going to go around the tank a little bit. Collides with another item. Don't know what it's colliding with, is the question. I have no idea. So I may have to back up a little bit. Delete some fence, go a little wide. I'm going to start from the first panel. That's where I'm going to start from. Go a little wide and hope for the best. No idea what it's colliding with. I don't have a clue. But I do want to make this fence just that smidge bit wider. So I want to make the gate a little bit wider anyways. So that way it doesn't feel so huge, so thin going around this corner. Because I do collect my eggs this way. At the moment, I'm collecting eggs. This will also give me a chance to go a little bit wide if I need to. But it still collides with something, so I don't know what it is it's colliding with. Maybe it's the fact I got to get the truck in a little bit more closer. Guess we'll never know. Never really had this option before. This problem before. So I'm going to move myself over here out of the way. And try to put the bloody fence in. Hope for the bloody best. Still colliding. Wow. It could be that barrel there. It could be the silo. We won't know. I guess I could try it from the other direction, see what happens. But I think I could also make it so that I get rid of these. And I think I could possibly swing this. So instead of going down that way, it kind of goes this way. I think. And then I'll just delete that one little panel of fence I put in. I think that'll have to do us, and then I'll just do a little bit of gravel work just here. Which means I need to move myself out of the way. Alright, let's do a little bit of gravel work. Now, yes, I don't do a hell of a lot of farming, that kind of shit, but I'm getting to it once I figure out how to play the fucking game a bit more better. Like I've said multiple times, guys, this game does not come with an instruction manual, so you're going to have to really just test it. Figure out what works and what doesn't and how to do things. It takes a little bit of figuring out. Yes, they give you a tutorial, but the tutorials aren't really detailed to what you want to do. You got to figure out what direction you want to do. If you want to be an animal farmer or a fucking crop farmer, you know. You got to figure out how shit works. It's kind of what they make you do is figure out how the game works. I think it's something to do with the realism. They kind of did that in 17, but it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best kind of tutorial. Like, yeah, they have, like, the masterclasses and shit that you can scan the QR code for in the settings, but it doesn't explain shit. Doesn't explain a damn thing. Nothing of actual fucking use. Like, yeah, it does explain some stuff, but it doesn't explain everything. Alright, so we've widened the road there a little bit, made it a bit easier. I can still drive shit down there, it's just turning around the corner was a little bit annoying. So there we go. We can still access things like the manure pile, but I don't really access that. It's pretty fucking big, so I don't have to worry about that anytime soon for a while, and I can always just pull the milk truck out of the way at that point. There's no issues there. So we've figured out the shipping, which means we don't actually have to worry about a store now, which is great news. So we can still make a whole bunch of passive income, which means now I know what to do in the new world. I can place this in a better spot, place down the shipper, the milk truck, get everything ready. I know how to do this in the actual main world. I don't have to waste thousands to millions of dollars to try and figure out how to play the fucking game and all that. I know exactly what to put down, when I need to put it down. And yes, you can hear the bees. It's fucking ridiculous. Now we also have eggs as well, so we've got plenty of shipping. As long as you keep up with feeding the chickens, you have a shitload of eggs coming in. I'm just working on how to, you know, make that a bit more automatic. And I believe we have a ton of slurry to work with. There's quite a bit to do, like quite a bit. So, lots to do, lots to figure out. Don't know how we're doing it all, but we're doing it. So what I'll do is I might start over, knowing that I could do a lot of better shit now. So I do have a new world in mind that I want to work with, and I know how I want to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to quit. I'm going to delete my world that I'm doing legit and start over because I did make some mistakes on there, which I do regret. And then we're going to start over knowing that we have new knowledge of what to do. So for me, generally I create a multiplayer. And I am going with my game slot format. I don't know how to pronounce this shit, so I'm just going to hit delete. And then I'm going to go empty, farm manager. And I'm going with this one, which is crossplay. Make sure you deselect and select all. Hit start. Crossplay off because you have issues when it's turned on. I generally go max 2 players and everything on, so let's start it. Now I'm doing this intentionally because I made a mistake in the old world. I actually did. Hence the reason why I deleted it and started over. Because I felt that was a much more better idea. Instead of just starting a second world at the same time and getting confused. Now, this one will not have government subsidies in it, so we will not be making any form of income until we get started. Now, this is not going to be cheap. So it will not be cheap. Now, obviously, the first thing we're going to do to start making money is we are going to go and make a bee farm. That's the first thing I'm going to do once I buy some land. Now, for that, I am going to need to borrow some money from the bank because I got no money. Now, I'm not going to make the same damn mistake that I did last time. These fields are bumpy as shit, and I know this. So the first damn thing I'm going to do is I'm going to the store. I'm not going to buy anything just yet, but I am going to run to the store so I don't actually have to buy anything just to get there. Now, these fields have ditches, and they're a pain in the ass as I worked out the hard fucking way. They are a pain to work with. So, to combat that, and having to drive so far, which I also worked out was a mistake, I'm actually going to come up all the way to the store, which is a bit of a hike, I know. But by doing this, it cuts out the drive time from the store to the place. So I'm going to basically create a whole new farm from scratch, close to the store, so I don't have to go bloody far. Because I hate doing that shit. Now, the good thing about this store is it is open enough where I can drive around, do what I need to do, but I can also buy the area and the field next to it. Which, mind you, will save a lot of fucking time. So it'll make a lot of sense in the end. Trust me, it'll make a lot of sense once I start doing it. Yeah, you could always drive across the road, or you could drive next to it. It's a choice. I just don't know what I'm going to do just yet. I don't know what that store is. I'll figure that out later. Just up ahead, those little silos up ahead, that is where we're going. That's where we're going. Maybe I'll keep field 29 for farming. But maybe not. I don't think I'll keep this field over here. I think that's corn, I think. Looks like wheat or corn or something like that. I don't really care. I'm just gonna level the shit. I'm gonna full on level it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna build there because I can drive straight across the road, fix the ground up. Don't waste your money on doing groundwork straight away. Trust me. You'll just be losing money. You will just lose money. Now, this is a store just here. Now, I'm deciding on what part of it I want to work first. Over here, it's all factories and other shit. But this is the field I'm thinking of messing with first. Working with first. This will probably be the first field I buy, level, you know, all that shit. So I think this is what I'm going to do first, is I'm going to go create farm. I don't care what the name is. We start off with $1 million anyways. And I just realized I forgot to join it. There we go. Now I can go ahead and buy this bloody farm, this field, which is what I'm going to do if it's cheap enough to do so. I may have to take a loan from the bank, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It's just going to have to do the job. So make sure we change the numbers, make sure we highlight it, and hit buy. It's 544,000, so that takes off half of our budget just buying one damn field. But for the sake of doing this, it means that we now own it. As you walk through the field, you'll see. Now, personally, I couldn't give two fucks about the wheat in this field. Personally, I could. I'm not going to worry about bloody harvesting it or none of that shit. I'll level it all. I'll grass it later. I could not care. Right now, what I'm going to do I am going to spend a little bit of money on this. So I am going to take out a little bit of a high interest loan and shit because I don't care too much. Because this is personally me. I would not advise doing it straight away like I'm doing. But so it for the interest of being able to see what the hell I'm fucking doing because I can't see shit. I'm literally just going to paint the ground grass. This does take it away from being a field that you can grow in. Oh, we got different fucking styles in this. Oh, awesome. We got different types of grass. Nice. So we got granite rock. Wow, okay. Wait, what's that? That's rock. I do like that look. Wet sand, so we can make a beach if we wanted to. Wait, what was that one? Gravel. Different types of gravel. Dry grass. Regular grass. All different types. Forest ground. We have dirt. Concrete. Hey, what's that? Hold up. I want to look at that one. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's like a tile. This one's asphalt. Different types of asphalts. Animal mud. I think for the sake of it, let's just go concrete. And no, it won't go any further than what we've got here because we don't own the shop yet, which we will, which allows us to kind of expand. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this because you will lose a lot of money doing this. This is just what I want to do. I want to make my area big enough to work with. So I can see where I'm placing things down. Get a bit of an idea. Where I can and can't put things. I would recommend cutting in first, then expanding your tool bigger. That's just what I would recommend. Now I'm just making my pad big enough to work with. This just gives me an idea. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend doing this unless you're cool with spending the money to do so. But me, it just gives me a bit of a chance to see what's here a bit more easier. It's just what I choose to do. So pretty much I'm making a farm. That's my plan. So what we're going to start out by doing is I'm going with an easy one, which is going to easily make me passive income to pay off the loan. And this is going to be a lot of work. But once you figure it out, you figure it out. It's kind of hard not to know the information. So for me, I don't really want to put it in the field behind it, so I'm not going to buy that yet. I think what I'll probably do is I'll do it out of the way. Because you don't have to feed the animals. You really, really don't. So I'm going to create a bee farm. Now, this is what I'm going to show you guys. This is how I do it. And this is what I find to be the best. Is the mod that I have has different pallet size. By just searching bee, you can find different pallet sizes. So, in the light, this is kind of what it looks like. You got 24, 16. I'm going with the 32 because I like it. So we've got a 32 in. Now, what I'm going to do, I know this sounds ridiculous, but I'm actually going to go to decorations, and then I'm going to other. And because I downloaded a decoration mod that has pallets in it, I'm just going to go look for my pallets. This is the exact way that I did it in the other world, and it's working flawlessly, as you guys have actually seen. Now, there's a reason for this madness, and I will show you guys. But the reason why I do this is because the pallets will go up one more height and they won't be sitting directly on the ground. That way you can bring in the hook lift truck and it will just sit there, auto load, and you can test it before you put the shop in. So before you make any mistakes, you can bring the shop in and make sure it's all working. As long as it loads up on the truck, you're good. Then you can put your shop in, and once that's auto unloads it, you'll be fine. So I need to find where the pallets are. I don't exactly know where they are, so I have to find them because I've got a lot of decorational items that I can work with. I did that intentionally because I wanted to try and look into doing a rustic farm at some point. So once we just got to find where our pallets are hiding. I know they're around here somewhere. They haven't exactly gone anywhere. They can't. Unless I uninstall the mod, which is highly bloody doubtful. But I know it's here somewhere. I just don't know where. I think maybe I'm just overlooking it. But I do know it's here somewhere. There they are. Told you I was overlooking it. Now what we're going to do for this, we're just going to make sure they're lined up to where you want them to be. And then in this case, we're going to toggle off free mode. So we put free mode on. And now you can place them anywhere you want, overlapping them. Which is kind of what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to make it look as neat as I can. And you want to do it in the same shape as the pallet platform to make this all work. This is just what works for me. You guys can kind of go with anything you want. Doesn't matter how overlapped it is, or if there's a tiny little gap. It doesn't matter as long as the boxes spawn in on the top row. It does not matter. Doesn't have to be perfect at all. Just need to make a platform, I would say roughly about this wide, give or take. And I'm just going to put one over here just for the sake of it, just to overlap it a bit. Just so there's no real gaps. And then I'm going to put a fourth one in. Fourth row just to be on the safe side. Okay, so we keep doing that. Okay, so there we go, we've done it. Now, this is what we're going to do. I know it sounds ridiculous, but hear me out. Oops, one went back too far. From here, what we're going to do is we're actually going to delete the pallet storage location. I know that sounds bonkers, but trust me on this one, it works. Now, once we get things lined up and we're in the position that we want, we're going to go back from the demolition section, back into animals. Then we want to go back into our B category, and we're going to pick 32. That's 7 by 4 by 4.8. Then we're going to line this up so that it aligns with the pallet. It won't be perfect, but that's okay. Then we're going to toggle free mode. That has now put it over the top of the pallets. This works, trust me. Now we're going to take our beehive. Now the beehive I've been using, you can use anything if you want, but I downloaded the Rusty Beehive pack. Make sure your doors are facing this direction away from the pallets. Otherwise they will not spawn properly. And then you'll just have a whole bunch of nasty issues and stuff like that. Then you'll have to go through and diagnose where it's got to go and all that shit. It's no fun. So always make sure your car doors are facing the other direction where you don't want them to be, where you want them to be. Kind of like this. I just do it this way because it's a lot more neater. And then from here, you can kind of just stack them. As long as you put the doors in the right direction, you'll be okay. Just make sure the car door is facing the proper way. Doesn't matter if you stack them on top of each other, it does not matter. But at some point, you will start noticing the honey will literally land on top of the pallets. So you're going to hear a shitload of bees coming in. And there's a lot of fucking bees for this one. For each car. Now, once I speed up the time, you'll start noticing that we're making a lot of money. Well, we're not making money just yet. But you will want to notice that there is honey, so that's where I am going to race down there and check. But before I do, I'm going to buy a hook lift truck. Now, I did download a mod for this because there wasn't really a hell of a lot of good ones for this. But what I went with was the auto load IT runner platform. Now, you want the factory pallet one is the one that you want. Does not matter what color you choose. I'm going with like a sky blue for now. That'll do me. And the other one is a hook lift truck. I have a couple different types, but I think I know the one I want to go with, which is, if I can find it, my list. It's here somewhere. I've got a few different hook lift trucks to choose from, so there's a bit to choose. I just got to find where it is. I'm going with the Man. And then I'm going to choose the 41303 VFZ 8x4. That's the one I'm going to choose with the Michelin tires. And I think I'm going to go with Model B. Stickers. I'm going to stick with Model 1, leave the driving position because it does not matter. Roof details, I'll probably go with... probably Type 4, I think will be good enough. 3-point hitch on the front, always good to have it, trust me. Strobe. I might go white, it makes no sense, but... let's try and find our blue if we can find it. I think that's the best we're gonna get. Stickers, gonna leave that as is. Actually, no, let's make the make those that. Change the color of the truck to black, because I don't know why, it just seems to make more bloody sense. This one to red. Rim color stays the same. So let's just go extend the arm and go pick up our hook lift and we'll just drive down there. I don't know if you're going to see any honey just yet until we speed up the time. So before we speed up the time, we're going to have to add lights in. That's an obvious choice. Okay, load on and away we go. Now there is a position that you should really put this in, and the reason why we did what we did with the pallets is so that we could bring the bee honey. We need to bring the honey pallets a lot higher to the height of the truck so that we can we can do this quickly. Oh shit! I forgot I'm destroying the fucking crop fields. Whoopsies. Totally forgot about that, but it's not going to matter because this field I'm going to destroy. I'm just going to destroy this field anyways, but for the sake of other crops, I'm going to turn that one off. You know, I don't want to destroy the crops. Traffic off. I fucking hate traffic. Seasonal growth. I don't know what that is. I'll leave it on. Days per month 1. Snow off, that's a big one. I fucking hate that. Crop destruction, plowing, all that shit, all that off. That's shit. Normal. Stop and go. Trailer fill limit off. You know, all that shit, I just turned that off. Now we don't have to worry about crop destruction. There we go. No more crop destruction. So, if all goes to plan, which in theory it should, once we pull up to the bee's location, we should be able to auto load. Providing you leave enough space, which, as you can see, I did not. So I need to pull those cars in because I need to bring the pallets out. So clearly, I still need to do some more modifications to that because I made that mistake. See, I made this mistake, so these cars here will just need to be removed and repositioned, you see. So we remove these, fix them up. Because I really did actually make this mistake. I should have lined the cars up better, and I did not. I failed to do so. Now, what I should have done was this. Because I'm going to use that little mistake at the back there as my loading ramp. I'm going to park my truck in, so I'm nice and close. Okay, that's about normal. Don't know why the truck's still going, but alright. Gonna step back a little bit. And then this time around, what I'm going to do is put the cars in. This is the way I should have done it to begin with, but I did not do that. So now we're going to put our cars in. Make sure they're around the right, proper way. Triangle. Now there might be a little gap, but that's okay. That'll be fine. Here's where we can stack them. I did overkill it a little bit in one of my old worlds. You don't have to go as high as what I did originally. But honestly, as long as you got your beehives, you know, where they need to be, you'll be fine. Kind of creates a junkyard look, you know. So now we got our bees in place. We may possibly see a box show up, but right now what we're going to do is we're going to put some lights in because we can't see a damn thing once nighttime comes around. And at that point, you're going to be wishing that you had fucking lights. I guarantee you are going to be wishing you had fucking lights because this game gets pretty fucking dark real freaking quick. Alright, so now we're going to change the time. Now, I'm going to put this over here, stand over here for a minute, so that I can start changing the time. This is important for the sake of bringing in cash. So you want the max times 360, and you can kind of view it from here to see if you are actually making any honey. Time is changing, you know, all that shit. This does give you the chance to check over to make sure the bees are going on the platform where they need to be. If they didn't, then you must have done something wrong and you just got to redo it. Shouldn't be too much of an issue as long as you do it right. In the right order, which I did not do originally. When I first tested all this shit out. I went with the wrong sort of accessories to work with. So now we wait. It should not take too long. It really shouldn't. Now I do want to wait. Is this why the trucks have always been going off? I want to check something real quick, guys. Won't be a sec. I got a feeling this is why our trucks keep turning off and we can't do anything. Stop and go e-braking. Auto engine start should be on. There we go. Why am I stuck? Oh no, I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the cab of the truck. I actually couldn't get out. There we go. I can get out now. So if it all works, then you should be seeing boxes show up. Now, I don't know why there's no boxes showing up right now. Maybe I just didn't do it right. But we should be seeing boxes. So my assumption is that I made a mistake. Now, the only thing I could think of for this is to go ahead and correct that mistake. So I'm going to pull the truck out of the way and figure out what I did wrong to make sure that I did it right. This should be it. This should be the setup at the end. Once you know it is working, this is how it should roughly look. So, because I made a mistake, I have to try and figure out what caused the mistake in order for it to work again. Because I'm not seeing a single damn box show up, but I think once I move these pellets, they will. Now, I think maybe I did it round the wrong order. I'm going to double check by taking out the pallets, and I'm going to put the pallets back in. It's just a feeling I did it wrong. Oh, I didn't even put the bloody pallet. I didn't even put the pallet storage back in. Well, that's okay. I'll just put this decoration back in. That's no drama. At least now I know what I did wrong is I didn't put the bloody pallet storage in, which is good news for me because I can fix that. Because I had the pallets there, I thought I put it in, but apparently I didn't. That's okay. We can easily rectify that issue. It's an easily rectifiable issue. Okay, so to fix that, we're just going to go to bees. Go to animals and bees. See, I forgot to put this in. I didn't realize I did not put that in. Now that also does mean that I need to put in an extra row by putting in the big one. Look at what we got. Not quite. Not quite. Way too small. That's the trailer. So in order to pull this off, I think what I would have to do in this case is just put in an extra row. Long ways. Okay, so let's just do that. That's no skin up my ass. It's easy to do. Just gotta make sure I can find my pallets. There they are. Now I'm just gonna turn them this way. They're only placed here so they don't fall. Because we don't want them falling down the holes because they won't collect right. As you can see, I didn't place them in perfect, but it doesn't matter. These are only $40 to put these pallets in, so it's really not that much of an issue. Alright, let's just delete this one. And this one here. See if I can clean up these pallets a little bit more. That'll work. And now I can go ahead, jump into my animal section. Bees. And I can throw in my pallet storage. Now we should be getting bees. So now we're just going to watch and wait and find out. And then once we know, we can bring the truck in. There's our first pallet. So there you go, it works, guys. So in this case, what I'll be doing is I'll be backing my truck up here. Now I did notice a discrepancy. It's a little bit too wide to get the stuff in the back, so I am going to have to make a slight little adjustment. This is all part of it. Don't worry about it. It's just part of it. You just got to work out what works, what doesn't. As you can see, it's going to be doing this anyways. It starts from the back. And that's where it's naturally going to start from. So we do have to kind of be quick about this and delete the front. Because it's going to continuously make honey now. But we want to be able to reach the back part of it. Now, I think what I have to do in this case is just do this. Now, I did just accidentally delete the pallet storage. My bad. But now I know I did. It's fine. It's a little hard to see with the pallets, so you kind of just got to roll with the punches on that one. But now I know what I did wrong. I can just do that. Jump into the bees. Place it back down. Ain't no issue. Ain't no issue you can't solve. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to back this back in. And if all goes to plan, it should suck it all in. And there we go. It's sucking in the first lot. It's not going to be perfect, but it is going to work. See, there we go. It got to a certain point, and now it's doing it. But I think if I can get the truck a little closer, which I do plan on doing, if possible, it might be able to do better. I think that might be the best I could do. I think that is going to be the best that I can do. Unless I put a prop there that I can't actually do anything about. I might be able to put a prop in to change that. Okay, so I won't be at a moment, guys. Give me a few moments and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back, guys. Okay, now if I can get myself out of here, because I kind of got myself stuck. Looks like we're making a good amount of honey. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put down a shop if no one's stuck. It'll be fine. So for that, we want to go to productions, go over to our selling points, and we want to find our red building, because that's the one I know absolutely works. Now, you guys can see the red unload symbol there. If you position it so it's just over the bed of the truck, and then even though it says collides with player or whatever, don't worry, just press triangle. $10,000 later, it's unloading and loading your truck. So now we're going to make our money back off of what we just spent putting that building down. And we're getting our monies back. We just made $34,524. That's a lot of dough. Starting out, that's a lot of money. And we're going to be making that daily. All day. All day, all night. That money's just going to be constantly flowing. So don't worry too much about the extra boxes. They're just there to make it go to where we want it to go. It'll be perfectly fine. So those boxes are just going to keep coming in. We're just going to keep seeing cash coming in. As long as we keep seeing boxes show up and leaving, we're good. There it goes. Goes into the shop. There you go, $751. Now, that's constant flowing cash that you can have coming in. Now, if you want to you can refine the process if you want to. I just can't right now. I will fix that up later, but that is the way that you can do it. Maybe I might put a little bit of a block at the back of the cars there to stop them from coming in. But to do that, I'm going to have to get my dumb ass out of this little jam that I'm in. Which kind of means that I might need to buy a shop truck. Which, at the moment, I'm totally fine with that at the moment, because I need a bloody vehicle anyways. And I'm kind of thinking my runabout tractor, which I really, really enjoy. Now, I found that by going by the mod. I went to Fent, but you guys can just go to your mods and DLCs. And then you want the Dukes 9. It's a really good tractor. Wouldn't recommend getting the higher powered engine one, even though it is great. You will fuck up, you will flip up. So just go the 9340 TTV chipped. I would say try Michelin wheel setup. Definitely want to go dualies because they will help out a shitload. The design, I go Warrior. Definitely go bull horns, trust me. Then the beacon lights, I go both. Double LED bar. User choice though. Skull eyes, yes, absolutely. But personally, I'm going blue. Daytime running ones will be blue for the skull eyes. Front loader support, the kick or whatever the hell it is. Then the blue, I'm going with this. Or the other lighter color one that if I can find it. I think it might have been this one. It's just a little hard to see it during the daytime, but that's too much. You got green, lighter green. It's a little hard to see in the game right now, but I think this might be the blue that we're after. Now the rim color doesn't matter. You could always go that, but I'm going to match the colors. That's what I'm personally going to do. So this means that I now have another vehicle I can finally switch to. And as you can see, we got blue eyes. So we're currently making our money back constantly. Now the field doesn't matter. I'm going to change the field later. I could not care. Right now I just wanted to get the B field fitted because I knew that works. So that's what we're going to start with. So we're going to constantly be making money. I just got to do a little bit more fitment fix a few more fitment issues. Because we do have a few fitment issues. Because there's a couple here that need to be addressed. Now, in order to address that, I'm going to go to my constructor, and I'm going to put in a couple props that you typically cannot spawn anything on. That should allow me to, push that in a place where I want it. Kind of force those, uh, force the actual things where I want them to be. In theory, it should work just fine. As you can see, they're coming in no problems. Because I've now forced them out of the area. So I'll force them to come to the front of the platform, thus allowing them to just naturally flow. Which means we don't have to worry about it backlogging up. It'll just continuously spawn it. The bees will spawn in the honey. The truck will suck it in, pack it, and then it will be shipped off to the store all automatically. You don't actually have to intervene at all. Now, so you don't actually move the truck by accident. I would actually recommend putting in a damn fence. I have made this mistake one too many times. And it's a mistake that I don't want to repeat anytime soon. So I'm just gonna put in a fence. I don't know what it collides with. This is a big bloody fence, so you shouldn't have to worry too much with it. Now I know that doesn't collide anymore, but I'm gonna remove the bits that I just put in so I can fix that up. Kind of make that feel a bit more presentable. Because it just didn't feel presentable just then. Just as well, it locks in. There we go. Now I'm going to do the same thing over here, so you can't back the damn thing up. Because you don't want to be backing it up. It's just collides with another item. I don't know what it's colliding with. Now, if you want to, you can always put a gate here. Which, honestly, now that I'm kind of thinking about it, it's probably not a bad idea. I'm sure I got one that might fit. Now that I'm actually thinking about it, it's not a terrible idea to put a gate in. And then I can put the fence in after. That does allow me to, be able to do what I want to do. If it lets me bloody do it. Alright, so now we've got a fence, our gate in. Now we can just attach the fence. Alright, gate's in. It ain't going shit. It ain't going fucking anywhere. Okay. I don't know what was up with that. Gotta fix that up. Apparently they just put it in twice, which is so bloody weird. Huh. Very weird. But I'm just gonna leave it. I don't care. It's making money. I couldn't care. It looks good enough from close position, and I can just jump over it. So we're going to be constantly making money from this, no matter what. This will just be making money. It'll just be spawning them in and sending them into the store. Good way to make money. It's nice and easy. It's easy $800. So you could easily go ahead and just, mass produce this if you wanted to. You can only have one pallet storage, but you can max out on bees. There's no max on it. So you can put beehives down, but the pallet storage, you can only have one per farm. So you can increase the amount of bees that are producing the shit that you need. Which, I might actually do that while I've got the money to do so. You can overdo it. There is no limit, but you can overdo it. So we go to our animals, go to bees, and I'm going to the car. Now we don't have any issues when it comes to bottlenecking and things like that. So you don't really have to worry too much about that. There's no real bottleneck issues. They all just share the same pallet location for making honey. And because these outer ones are fine, you can just kind of do this. You can clean this up because I have done this, but you can make it kind of look like an overgrown farm that bees are just kind of claimed. I've done that before. But you might see that your honey will come in maybe a little bit quicker. It depends. Sometimes it's a little overkill because it is $1,500, so each time you make a pallet, you're basically paying for it. But as you can see, it's moving so bloody quick. So damn quick. Honey will just continuously flow and flow and flow. Now it can only go one bloody place, and that's at the front because of the pallets. Because we have the tires there. The tires force it forward to the point where it loads up onto the truck. That fixes the issue, making our money back. So that it automatically sells. It'll just continuously do that. Continuously. It won't stop. You don't need to feed them. You don't need to water them. This is the only thing you can do, you need to worry about, and you can do this starting out with the base balance that you have. Now, I haven't taken out any loans yet that I know of, but I will go and check that. For you guys, I'll go check that. Go up to our coin. No, we do not. So any money that we're making right now, it's all pure profit. Because we start off with the base amount that we have. We have not taken out a single loan, not once. So we do not owe any payments. So as you can see, those are our construction costs right now, leading into what we started with, which was 0, then 10, and we spent 700 in January, 561 in February, 21 in March. So yes, it has doubled each fucking time, but it's fine. So now we can start to actually make money, and the only income that we're making right now is off of these bees itself, not anything else. So if we were to do any other form of farming, we could do chickens, things like that. But it all comes down to how you want to do it. Bees are a good way to start out. You can put them in a back corner of your field, set them up just like this, and you're good to go. Now, the only reason why it's $21,000 is because I bought the damn tractor. If I didn't buy the tractor, I'd probably be still sitting at around maybe $5,600 or 10K, not 21K. So this is just constantly making $1,343 each fucking time. You know, we're going up quick. So we're making a lot of cash. So you could easily pay off a field just by, waiting it out. Just doing things. Going off and doing something else. Or you could pay for your construction costs. There we go. So you could easily pay for your construction costs this way and not have a single bloody issue. What am I doing? I'll just take the tractor. So we paid for this tractor and then some. You can pay for your lighting this way, no drama. So just remember, guys, this field does not matter. We are rebuilding closer to the place. So, as you can see, we're driving off, we're doing our own thing. The only thing we're probably going to have to incur is fuel usage. At the moment, it's just all fuel usage. There's no loans, none of that shit. Not right now. So here's where I'm going to actually buy the... I'm going to buy the land that the shop is sitting on, because that then allows me to put lights on the damn thing. Which is kind of what we want. Because I don't know about you lot, but I hate not having lights. How did I buy that field up there? I don't remember buying that. Maybe I already owned it. I don't know what that was all about. Don't remember buying that field, or this field, or any of these roads. When the hell did I buy these? I don't remember none of that. Alright then. So I will be putting down my own little spawn point because we can actually do that. But now we can put some lights in to light the bloody place up. But first, I want to put in some fences so I can see what the hell I'm going to do with the place. Now, I believe the fence that I just discovered I wanted to use. Now, I could have gone with my traditional one, which is this fence just here, but I discovered that black one. And that black one don't look half bloody bad, because it's metal. I am, however, going to leave an opening. That is true. Because it's good to have an opening in the bloody fence. And I am going to put some buildings at the back here, but I didn't want to get too close to the trees with it, so... I want to leave a big opening, like a real big opening. Because I'm always bringing big shit in here from the store, so it's good to have extra room. And a nice little entranceway just here. Okay, so we've got our entrance. Now we can put in our lighting, which is what I'm doing now that it's fucking nighttime. I'm going to explore some different options for lighting. I'm going to try putting these in. Because I discovered somehow these can go on fences, which is kind of strange, but effectively works. They're not bright, but they just illuminate the entrance way itself. Which is kind of crazy. In a good way. Looks a little ridiculous compared as much as these, but these do light up a big ass area. And if we go to the dual lights, we can light up 2 places at once. Which is kind of nice. Because lighting in this bloody place fucking sucks. Like, really fucking sucks. I'm aware of how ridiculous this fucking looks. But I don't care. It lights it up okay. That's what we want. It's just to line that shit up. Now the pad will be changed in time. So the question is, do we want to run animals other than bees? Cows are good because it will produce a slurry that we need. downside, and it has downsides, is how you're doing it. That's the downsides. This one is absolutely fucking massive. Kind of ridiculously massive, if you ask me, but it works. That I know. Not enough money. How much is this? What's the bloody price? It doesn't even tell. Oh wait, there it is. $100,000. So I think we're gonna have to take a loan out for this one. But this would be the one that I'd want to use because it's the one I've just figured out how to use versus all of the others. And I think this might be what I will use. So loan it is. We'll take out the loan and then we'll pay the loan off. I don't care. I know it's $100,000, but we're going to need other things too. As much as it sucks, we're taking out a loan. Don't worry, we're making money. It's fine. We'll pay it off as we need to. It's totally fine. I think we'll go 600 for now. Construction, animals. Now this may take a while to fully pay this off, to get all this up and running, so it's not going to be cheap. I guarantee it ain't going to be cheap. But once we've got everything in place, like the cows and all the cow feed, all the cow hay bales, all that shit. Once all that's in place, we're good. And I just realized we're going to have to move it around to change the timescale at some point. See, we're making money. Constantly making money. But we need to make more than that if we want to be able to do things right. Because at some point I would like to be able to use AI to work fields. And we need to be able to comfortably cover their wage. And see expenses, other expenses, stuff like that. So obviously, bee production, at some point, it's not gonna be enough. We will need more. So right now, we're just waiting for day to come around. I'm just gonna have roll myself smoke so I can do that during the day, so I can do everything during the daytime. Because we have a couple moments anyways, but I need the time to be sped up because we need to be making money. In this world, it's legitimate. We're doing it all legit, so with a bit of work involved. A lot of waiting on money. Okay, so we got our cash. Now we just got to line this up. Alright, it's in place. Feeding them is over there. I'm not going to be hand delivering it. I'm not just going to be dropping shit off. I don't want to remove the trees, but I like where it is. Because it's out of the way. So maybe I could have gotten that a little bit more centered. Which probably still ain't a bad idea. And you guys will probably tell me, oh, I should have gone with a smaller size field, all this shit, but I don't care. There we go. That'll do. I could do a little bit of groundwork here just to make it look gravel, which ain't a bad idea. Probably still do that. Landscaping, painting, and then we have a whole bunch of shit, different things we can choose from. A whole bunch. What's that? That's dirt. That probably is more realistic gravel. Probably. Looks more realistic. Way more realistic. So I kind of want to keep the trees where they are. I do like it. I do like where the trees are. So I might put a fence there. Don't know why I couldn't go any further in. Now cut in. And I can't see shit. Doing all the groundwork is by day, so all we can do is wait. That's it. Can't do anything more than that. As you can see, because the animal field is in, we have now changed it to green on the mini map. At some point I might put chickens or something in, but it's kind of optional. I'm kind of not considering putting in chickens because of how slow the production is. Now I'm gonna be loading up with a ton of fucking feed and a ton of fucking food. Now I know exactly what I need and none of the bullshit. So we are going to be producing milk and slurry and manure. It's why I'm putting in the cows. So we're doing everything by day because I need the time to keep up, the money to keep up. Because this is $2 every time it lays gravel or grass or whatever down. So I need it to keep up. You know, so I can see where I'm actually going. Because you really can't see a damn thing. You really, really can't. If I've learnt from previous mistakes to make the road a little wider than what I did before. Because I didn't make it wide enough, and that was a mistake. And a doozy. Now we'll change it to circle, and we'll cut that off. Basically cutting in is what we're doing. Alright, so we need to go a little bit more wider with this. And we made a mistake already, but that's okay. See, I'm taking into account tractors and trucks, and I didn't do that last maps that I was on. Didn't once take that into account. I thought it looked good, but it wasn't functional. And we can't see a fucking thing. think I'm gonna have to put in some lights now. So let's do that. Because I still got fences I need to put in and other things, so. There we go. Get some of these lights just shining on the bloody place a bit more better. There we go. Now, as for this field, I'm kind of thinking of straightening this other side out a little bit more. As I've seen here, it's wide, but it could be better. Because we're going to be doing a lot of wide turns with long trailers, so. This is kind of where I'm going to go and finish painting the ground. Oh, wrong color. Nope, that's asphalt. We want gravel. Yep, that was the realistic one we wanted. Now, I am thinking about the truck side of things on this. All of the truck side of things. It's very hard to get trucks in if you can't get them in. You can't drive them down. Like, you can drive them down here, but you can't get them anywhere else. I still feel like I might need to go a little wider here, but it should be alright. And I'm thinking of using this natural fuck up that I made here to make a little driveway. Like a gate opening. There we go. And for this one, I have to kind of curve the edges off too, which sucks, but it is what it is. Just makes things a lot more easier in the bloody future. Like, a lot more fucking easier. See, this is what I should have done originally. Decorations, and I'm gonna go with the fences that I was originally using. Now, to be able to do this, I have to go all the way along here and hope it doesn't interrupt with anything. And I can't see nothing. So I'm just going to go to where I can see. I'm just going to put fences only where I can see. And to make it easy to line it up, I just put one there. And by night, I can just do the bits that I've lit up, and do the stuff that I can't see at night time during the day. And that's about where I can't see. Honestly, it really doesn't look so bad at this bloody point. And what I'll be doing is I'm also going to be putting a fence here just for the look. Because I don't like the original look of the main cattle fence. I just don't like that. So this is my personal choice. I just don't like it. It looks like shit. It's just whether or not I can do it is a bloody problem. I guess it's one way to deter the cows from really getting out. I just want black fences. Doesn't look too bloody bad in my opinion. Now I can go ahead and do the parts that I couldn't do during the night. There we go. Now all I gotta do is just go through and remove the locked off bits. Remove those. There we go. I still got a bit of work to do on the other side over there though. So we'll get to those in time. In order to get that nice and straight and clean the ground up a bit, which is what I'm also going to be doing, I'm going to knock this back one to about there. So, fence is a little off, so I'll have to make a few little adjustments by going back a little bit. Like that. And I'm just going to bring my fence over to here. Because I'm going to start from here. This makes my fence. So even that bit of fence is just that little bit off. And go all the way to here. That realigns it. Delete a good portion of this. Make sure it snaps into place. Bang. There. Done. Then I can delete these. I'll be cleaning that up soon, but right now I'm not too worried about it. I also need to work out where my driveway will kind of be. Because I need to slope off a bit. Now I'm kind of thinking from the main fence itself, because it does not matter. So I'm kind of thinking from this building edge just here. As long as I leave a good enough gap. Once I've paid for my animals, it does not bloody matter. And I could easily just jump the damn fence for that. I don't care. I generally go a little bit out, so it doesn't matter. Then I can just line this fence up with the wall. See, it's a little off. I think that will have to do it. There we go. You wouldn't even bloody know. There we go. So now I can make this a little wider if I need to, which I probably will. Now I know I'm doing little bit of landscaping. I don't care. This is what I like doing. Now this doesn't feel like the stuff we're using. This is the stuff we were using. I'm going to trace the outline of the fence as best I can. You're not going to get it perfect every bloody time. That part is true. Sometimes you have the camera getting in your own bloody way. But as you can see, we cut in. Now we can go a little bit bigger. Clean out that little bit of field that's left. Get rid of all that. That's now opened it up a lot. Like, I'm talking a lot. Now, I do plan on switching to the grass. That's dry grass. I'm kind of thinking dry grass for the reality of it. Oh, God. That actually looks kind of realistic. That looks fake as shit, but... Alright, for the sake of this. Let's see what else we got. Oh, that blends in nicely. Now for this, what I'll probably do is just match it. I don't know, maybe I might just do the regular, but do what I have been doing. Which honestly doesn't bother me none. Maybe I'll just go the bloody, the damn gravel. Because I guess why not at this stage? It is only just the area where you feed them, so I guess it's really not going to matter. Now I'm just cutting this part in so it looks better. I generally do typically go with the whole asphalt look or normal gravel that you normally get in a base game, but this isn't the base game, so we have some slightly more realistic stuff, which is kind of nice to see. See, just casually cutting in. Make it all blend in, make it look like it's kind of meant to be there. Even if it wasn't meant to be there originally. And I'm building my farm from the ground up how I want to do it. So this isn't what everybody else wants, this is what I want. And all of the, the tractor farming shit will happen later. I want to build the farm up, but I also want to be making money from the farm. And I will in time. Okay, so cut in. Now it's colouring it in. Now I did put down the original asphalt because it was like a force of habit at the time. Because it's what I normally use. Now I don't know where I'm going to put the sheds yet. But this is what we have so far. So far. It's a work in progress. And we're building from the ground up what we want to work with. Now I want to work with cows. I'm going to work with bees to start with. And then that'll be making my money. Losing money, but making money ultimately. Things like that. Oh good, we can just do that. Awesome, I like it. Shop area restricted. A little strange. Looks like they went with gravel on this one. Can't exactly fix that, unfortunately. Okay, not the gravel they were using. Let's see if we can match the gravel. Nope, that wasn't it. Nope. Wait, almost. Pretty close. Not quite. Definitely not, that's dirt. Not quite. Almost. Asphalt. Oh, definitely not. We're just gonna have to go with that. And here's where the shop area is restricted. Crazy that we can't go all the way. And fix that little patchwork fuck up. But, oh well. It is what it is. Let's see if I can get my fences in, because I don't like having that open bit just there. I like to be able to have a bit of a linked up bloody shop entrance. Which is kind of nice to have that, which is why I chose this location to put it. Collides with another item. I don't know what item in question that is. And so it doesn't say the same damn thing, I'm just gonna do what I just did. There we go. That looks a lot more nicer. I like that. Gives it that kind of, you know, I'm gonna fucking use this shit kind of vibe. What's doing, everybody? Welcome into the stream. And what I'm doing today is just modifying the shop. Hey, what's doing? Hey, guys. Oh god, I can't see shit. I can't see a damn thing. So I've gone ahead and created a whole new world. Got the bees active and running. I'm working on a new farm that is linked into the store itself. So I don't have to drive so fucking far, because driving sucks. And I'm literally just taking advantage of this whole fucking area to link it all in. Oh, while I think about it, I've got to remove a couple pieces of fencing I've got to take out. Now, one of the things I discovered is I can use lights for an entrance. Now, the lights that I'm going to use are these. They're light bars. They're technically designed for walls. Technically. But what I'm going to use them for is to light them up. To 11 a.m. our time. So 10 more hours to call them. Man, I'm hoping it goes well. If it doesn't, I reckon probably try to see if you can log in now there's been a full 48 hours. But if you can't, definitely give them a call, man. Definitely give them a call. Who's texting me now? Alright. So I'm going to go and put in some lights. Now this is kind of crazy. I didn't know I could actually do this until before. But if I go to my lights and I find the right ones, what I can actually do is I can take I could probably make brighter ones, but for now these are what ones I've been able to find. But the wall ones. Was it no-go? Oh man, I was hoping it would work, man. Put a couple lights there, that kind of illuminates where the entrance is. So you take that, and I'll rotate this one around. That eliminates where the driveway entrance is, even if it's nighttime. Kind of what I want to do with the shop as well. The exact same very thing I want to do at the shop. And those are automatic, so they should work. Man, I was hoping that it would all work, buddy. I was hoping it would all work. I don't know why it's saying that it's not going to let you, even though had it work for 25 minutes, man. Because it full on worked, and then it just not worked. So I don't understand that. I really don't. It just baffles me that it didn't work. Even though we just got it working. But man, I did indeed go through a hell of a roller coaster ride though. Mentally, I mean. It took me from the time that it happened up until probably late this afternoon to kind of come down off it a bit. Kind of where it led me. Because I still felt like shit, even though you guys said what you guys said. Like, I still felt like shit, which I guess is an understandable response. I guess. Okay, so I'm going to try and fix this little area right here up so it kind of acts like a driveway. And that's what I'm going to be working with. So I'm going to try and smooth it out. Not sure how I'm going to do that. Oh, maybe just like that. Apparently, just like that. It's so weird. Yeah, I went through quite a bit on that one, man. I'm not gonna lie, because I did make a hell of a mistake. To me, it felt like I made a giant mistake, but I also fucked up doing the one thing that I know that I could do. Like I wouldn't have done the project. I wouldn't have started doing that if I didn't know that it was gonna work. If I knew it wasn't going to work, I wouldn't have done it. So the fact that we got it working and then it didn't work, it just threw me it threw me pretty bad. It really did. And you've worked hard on your account, and the fact that it didn't work and locked you out from being able to use something that you pay good money to use kind of just also didn't sit well with me. It really did. I did put myself into a bit of a state of depression though, and even Tegan was worried about me a little bit as well, to be honest, because she'd never really seen me go down a path like that. So her first time ever seeing me do it. So I was just isolated basically for the whole weekend. I was isolated. Like, I know you guys said not to worry too much about it and I should be getting more sleep and things like that, but I still didn't. I didn't get that much sleep, to be honest. I was half tempted to log in every so often and try and see if it worked, but I wanted to honor what you guys said, that you guys would give them a call and try and resolve it. So I was trying to honor that, even though I was desperately wanting to trying to jump in and do it and give it a go. So there was a lot holding me back from, trying to doing that and like wanting to do that and all that. So, because of the sheer respect that I have for you guys, and you guys said that you guys would give them a call and all that, I didn't do it. Otherwise, I probably would have. It was the sheer respect that I have for both you and your wife is why I didn't do it. Otherwise, yeah, I would have. Because I wanted to find out why it kept doing it. And it just baffled me that it just kept saying that. And there's just a part of me that was so stubborn that I just wanted to keep trying to fix it, to see if I could get it to resolve the bloody issue. And I just didn't do it because of the respect that I have for you guys, which is why I didn't touch it. I just left it be because I felt like I've done enough damage, and I just didn't do it either. That's another thing that's kind of gone through my mind. Yeah. Yes. For me, it was a bit of an emotional roller coaster ride weekend, but in the end, I'm still, I'm getting through it. Hell, I even managed to bloody get off the game all entirely for a few hours this morning and actually cleaned up my shed. I was kind of surprised by that. Went through a bit of backlog shit that was in the shed that I had to get rid of, and just got rid of it at like 4 a.m. And I was doing that right up until about 8 a.m. this morning, so it's kind of surprising. But man, I miss playing with you, man. I really do. It's way too fucking quiet. Way too quiet. Crazy thing is, it was that damn quiet, I actually turned on the in-game music, the radio stations at times in this game. But when you're able to get back on, I found a good way to haul the hay. And I'm actually going to show you. It's freaking awesome. So I'm actually going to go spend the money to buy this because I need to do hay work anyways. But when we come in and we actually go and buy a hook lift, yeah, I know, that's what surprised me. Like, the thing is, it was working, but it surprised me that it didn't even work. That's what threw even me for a loop, because I could fix this. It was fixed to the point where your password and all that shit was actually working. And then all of a sudden it just wasn't. there was this. It was like the PlayStation servers just kicked you out, which is kind of crazy. Now I don't know if that was the fact that I logged in from Australia and you're in America. I don't know. That's what was running through my mind too, but it couldn't have been that. It really couldn't have been. It just said, from what I heard you say last time, it was too many sign-in attempts. Now I figured after a whole damn weekend of not signing in, being able to sign in, it would straighten itself out. Because generally they say come back, try again in an hour. Generally, that's what generally it would do, and that's what you attempted. But what's crazy is that didn't even bloody do anything, which is kind of fucking crazy. Like the crazy thing is, I'm still fucking tempted to try it again. But I won't, because I know you guys are going to call them very soon and try and sort it out. Well, we have no, we don't know if it was the credit card or not, because all we're doing is just updating the thing. Because remember, we did try to get your password to work before, and we could. And we did try to sign in quite a few times, so that was probably like a red flag on the system that they may need to clear. Maybe. I'd be surprised if you even have their phone number. I don't even know. I've never seen a fucking support phone number for PlayStation, so hopefully you guys do have one. I'm just updating Tegan because she's intrigued by the whole damn thing. So I'm just letting her know how things are at the moment as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the new recent discovery that I've made when it comes to hay and the total mix ratio feed. It's kind of crazy, I know, but it seems to work, and I'm actually quite happy with this trailer. It's stupid fucking long, and I mean it's stupid level long, but it works. Have the phone number. We'll see if yes, that is true. Okay, so I brought a shitload of hay bales. Now I'm going to go down, and we have this installed. Both of us have this installed, and I overlooked this a lot, like a lot. This is one of the trailers I overlooked. This is the unrealistic bale trailer. Yeah. So pretty much what I did is I went with the flat frame, the wheel bar. I kind of wanted to go with Michelin. I think I generally go with, and I go with 4 tires, four axles. Ramps I generally put on. I generally leave everything else the same. We got some serious color coordination on this. I like it. The stain generally doesn't mean much. Rim color, I don't really care too much, but I will put that on there. And here we go. Let's go hook it up. And we got a lot of bales. Now for this, I'm going to need to swing around, but it'll be worth it. I assure you. I color coordinated it with the tractor, because why not? I just got to coordinate the bloody steering. Uh-oh, it's doing it again. Bugger, it's doing it again. Oh, here's where we can also buy shit from, so I'm just going to park this here real quick. Hang on, what's this text? Okay, it's doing it again. This is a good trailer, it's just, I've noticed it doesn't, sometimes when you buy one, it doesn't always do it, so I just go buy another one. And I'm just going to have to do it again. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Do you? I didn't go the auto load bales. Shit, my bad. That's what I did wrong. I just realized what I did wrong. Don't worry about that. Just ignore that I did that. Yep, just ignore I did that. I totally just did that, and I realized that the hard way. I didn't choose the auto load bale. Yeah, that was my bad. Alright, so if we go into operating position, we can hold a lot of fucking hay bales. Now I'm gonna go around, do a quick U-turn, because this trailer is long, and I have taken that into account with my fencing. Now you can't unload using this, but you can do other things with it. It's not even full yet. Almost full. It's almost full, but not quite. I could fit maybe another 2 more bales on there with this trailer. That's round. Now if I was to go square, it's even bigger. Even bigger. Yeah, it's a serious shit ton. Now there's another thing that I also really enjoy using as well, and this makes things fuckload easier. Now for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go square bales, and trust me, this is actually a good one to use. Alright, so if I go the max amount, I'm just going to use 1 bale. That's all we need. Now I'm going to go ahead and buy 1 more little gadget. It looks a little weird, but it's fine. It's completely fine. It looks like a tugboat. It really fucking does. It looks like a goddamn tugboat. So it'll be alright. Black is kind of like the best for me. There we go. And then we're going to need the forks too, which I'm just going black. Now there's a reason for this madness too. This will make your life a lot easier getting into the cow pens. If you were to unload the baler, you could easily just pull up with this thing, and you'd be good. Now what this does is this. So, the forks extend wide intentionally. And I'm going to go out wide. That's as max as they go. Make sure... Oh, got to change the position. So we generally face backwards with this, but you can change your driving position. And that's exactly what I'm going to do by holding both L1, R1, and then press X. That just put it into the second position, because this has 2 steering wheels, which is weird. Never seen that in this game. We drive up to our hay bales. And this'll do 2 bales on the bottom row, and then you clamp them in. It's now registered them, and then you can lift them up. There you go. Found it. So there we go. We can lift them up and we can take them wherever we need. So with this common knowledge, I can now take these all the way over to the cow pen, which is now closer to the store. Oops. I forgot to lower it down just a little bit to stabilize it. That's okay, I can fix that later. I also forgot to tilt it back. That was also my downfall, but that's alright. I forgot to tilt it backwards to take the support. So now I'm just going to take that in and open the door. We could just drive this straight in and turn it around. And it will just take it. Then you'll just have to widen the grip and then tilt it forward, and it will take the other one. This little forklift is nimble enough to turn around in here. And there is bale spikes as well, which helps out a ton. I just haven't used those yet because I kind of like the grippy forks. I love that. The lights aren't terrible on it. Drop that down. And I could try and push these in. It's actually surprisingly pretty bloody good. For a forklift of its size in the other world, I just left it by the... I just kind of left it by the shop so I can use it for other things. Now there's another thing that I also installed which is actually easy to make a shitload of money on, but I haven't worked out the automation side yet. And it's in a place that you wouldn't expect me to go into as much. And that one is greenhouses. Of all the bloody things, greenhouses is good. So this one here, which is worth $5,000, if I was to place one of these down, which I actually wanted to place some down anyways, I just need to find a good place to be able to pull in and pull out and stuff like that. So I don't, bear me a sec to find that, which I'm thinking might be in the field. There we go. Now we're lined up. So I'm just going to kind of run over there at the moment. But if we take a bale with us and then water, all we need is water and a hay bale. And it lasts for ages off two of the big ones, two of the big hay bales, and a tank of water. And I found another way to not run out of water as well as easy. So by going into, I think it was the same place, I think. No, not the same place. I think it was probably the Lizard Mark MK3, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that one. You got capacity for the MKS33. If you go to Express Plus expansion, stuff like that, it kind of makes it an unrealistic amount. But I think there was another one which was an unrealistic amount of water too. I just got to remember which one that was. I think it might have actually been that one. I did find a way to partially automate the milk transfer, which is great because we now no longer need the milk factory no more to sell. So we don't need the selling point for the milk factory, which is great news because I figured that out. Just double checking what this tank was. Don't think it was in there. I think that actually was it. But I'm not sure if it was the right one. I will soon find out though. 4,063. So that one's 63,000 litres, so I don't think that was it. I think I actually might have found it in trailers. Or tanker trucks, one of those bloody two. I have to scroll through and find it, but I do know I did find it somewhere, and it is a bloody mod. It was an unrealistic tanker add-on that you could add, which, honestly, I couldn't even tow it with a fucking flatbed with a bloody tow hitch on it, so... That tells you how ridiculous amount of water it was. It was too much weight for it to pull it, so... It was way too much fucking water. It's here somewhere. I just gotta find it. I just can't remember what section it's actually under. I did find a little tool for you to work with, though. Oh, yeah. You know how you... how we do hay baling and we can make hay bales? Well, we don't need a combine harvester anymore. So we don't need to collect the fucking grain no more. I found something better. And it only works on certain maps, so here I wouldn't have a clue if it works, but I am planning on testing it out with wheat, because I've only got it to work with wheat and grass. So it has two functions. It's a swather, which will create the stuff that the hay bale picks up, that just that trail only, and it does nothing else. And it also mows the lawn, but it has directional head, where you can have it come out from the left side, the right side, or the center. And that's all it does. So I'll quickly show you that. Oh, it is freaking cool. It is absolutely cool. I just got to make sure I get the right field. So far, I've only got it to work on wheat and grass, nothing more. I just got to remember what section. I think it's under possibly combines, I think. Oh no, mods. Should be in my mod list now. Here it is, Swather Pack. This is it. It looks a little silly, and I know how silly it fucking looks, but you have brand options. Now, personally, I went with the Macy Ferguson because it just looks nicer out of all of them. There's not a hell of a lot of customization with this, and I did choose the wrong ones. Now, I think the one that I originally went with was supposed to be this one. And add the decal. So it basically acts as a giant combine. It just acts as a combine that does nothing else. So once we get it hitched up, I'll take her out. So it looks like a combine, but doesn't work like a combine. And yeah, it does actually work as a mower, but you can't really pick up the grass with it, which is crazy. I haven't figured that out yet. So once you actually turn it on, it'll just work as a mower. Once I buy the land, that is. I gotta buy the land. Shit. Totally forgot I gotta buy the fucking land. Oopsies. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I actually gotta buy land. So I'm here, so I think I'll just buy this and this one. Alright, turn on, lower. Wait, where's the... Oh, I got the wrong head. I picked up the wrong head by accident. So it was actually the other head that I needed. Why do I keep going to the wrong fucking button? I keep pressing the wrong damn button. So I think there's a lawnmower only attachment, which I think is this red one just here. But I think the one that we needed was this one, the Swath Ready maps. Now, I don't know if it works on this map. I haven't got a clue. But if anything, it should work as a glorified mower. It should work as a glorified mower. And yeah, I got sick of fucking driving, so I replaced the old map with this map. So that way I could have everything I need close to the store and not have to worry about driving at nighttime, because that shit sucks. I hated driving at nighttime all the way to the shop, it just sucked. So I decided to just put it right next to each other. Alright. Alright, this should be the right one. Now, because it's becoming daytime, I'll show you by taking out the, slow the time down a little. Oopsies. There we go. That'll make things a lot easier to see, because I can't see shit over there. I don't know what fields in this are wheat and what aren't. I haven't got a clue. Not yet. Alright. Oh, come on. I brought the wrong one again. Oh, come on. As long as you get the right head, you can mow the lawn. With this. But for some reason, I can't mow this. It will work as long as you get the right damn head. I don't understand what's going on there, but it works. I guarantee it bloody works. Which I might actually quickly be able to show you. Because the other map is a swath ready map. So I do know it does work. So I might just show you. And yeah, I'm still doing creative. Even if you're not on, man, I'm still doing creative. Alright. So I'll quickly do this and I'll go do Tegan's hot water bottle because it is midnight here, so... Well, after midnight. It's like 1 a.m., but... Semantics. So this is literally just one, just does two things, and that's it. That's all it does. So you can't just run the bloody. All you got to do is just run around with the fucking the baler afterwards. There is no dicking around trying to deal with fucking grain. This little swather is great because I don't like having to work with fucking swathers, like work with bloody having to deal with grain. And with this, you don't have to worry. Here it is. It's all pimped and ready to go. So I'm going to go change the bloody day. Because I had this bloody on 360. Ah, shit, I just realized I just changed it to bloody nighttime. I gotta wait till daytime comes back around. And on the back of it, you can hook up that portable light that we have. Which I did. For extra light. That's why I did that. It can't tow anything, but it allowed me to attach that, which is kind of crazy. But I was hoping that it would be able to just run with a hay baler, which I tried. It does not work, so I gave up. I actually cleaned up my shop area, believe it or not. I know that sounds crazy, but I actually did clean it up. I got rid of a few things, cleaned it up, make it look a little bit cleaner. Then after I cleaned up the shop in the game, I cleaned up the fucking shed in real life. I think I was on some kind of roll. Which I thought was actually kind of funny. Once I finished cleaning the shed, I kind of realized that I cleaned the shop in the game, that I cleaned the shed in real life, and I'm like, hang on, something's a little weird here. Alright, daytime's coming around, so that's good news. That's enough light for what I need, so let's just go change the bloody day. Alright, here we go. So we turn it on, lower it. I don't know how to get it to work with AI yet, but I do know it's just going to continue doing it. And it's pretty bloody fast. Now you can change your work mode. So if you want to get it out of your way, you can have it go left and right. So it's really bloody quick. It's a really good little tool. You can have it go in the middle, you can go left, right, middle. It does not matter. You can even change it while you're working, which is crazy. So the combine is basically just going to be phased out. because it's not actually fucking needed. Especially if you're just gonna work with wheat to do things legit. The only thing I probably wouldn't buy legit is like the total mix ratio. And it's got a really good turner circle on it. Holy shit, it turns nice and quick. Like if I was to turn around again, that turns better than a fucking combine ever does. Way fucking better. So at the end of a field, you can easily turn around. And it's quick as shit. Like in just that short amount of time that I've been talking, I just mowed this little whole bit in a little wavy area. So it's a good little runabout. I like it. I really do. It's a really good little thing. So this is the swath ready map, which is what yours is. The one that I'm on, I don't know if it was or not. I haven't got a clue. But this is the only one the only pack for swath that we have, and we don't naturally have it in the game at all. So it's kind of cool that we have this. It sucks that we don't have too much customization or any other bigger heads, but in my opinion, I don't care. I like this because it's quick, it's nimble, and it gets its field done really quickly. Even when you do it, it's quick as hell. And honestly, we don't have to deal with grain. It is just direct cutting it and putting it in a line. Then you just pick it up with a bloody combine, with a baler. No fuss, no muss. No dicking around with grain. That means you don't need trucks to haul the fucking grain away. It's just continuous. And you can go straight from grain straight into the grass. As you can see, I'm just mowing the bloody lawn. Just like that. Literally, just like that. It doesn't work with a lot of things. I'm still figuring out what it works with and what it doesn't. Whatever this crop is, it doesn't cut, so I don't know what else it works with. I don't have a clue what it would work with and what it wouldn't. Now this, when it mows the lawn at the moment, I haven't figured out whether or not it actually leaves a line behind it to pick it up, but at the moment it's just mowing it. So I haven't figured that part out yet. But I'm still figuring this tool out. But it's really quick at mowing the lawn, so I like that. Like it's really bloody quick at it. And really bloody nimble. It looks a little goofy looking, but it does the job well. I bet he does, mate. And hello to you, buddy. Alright, so I've also cleaned up the place a bit too. Made it look a little bit neater. Last time you seen it, there was shit parked everywhere. I've gone through and cleaned things up a bit. Even some of the stuff over here, except for a few bales, which I'm not too worried about. I've also gone through and actually made a few adjustments. Over here, I've actually... I found this, which is just it's basically a trigger point for Farming Simulator. And all this is when you go up to it, it works like any other trigger point in the game, where you just buy slurry from. You can place it against any building, anywhere you want in the world, and you can just drive up to it, and you can just load up the slurry. So... Won't be a sec. Alright, so we've got the water in, and this is kind of what it looks like. This is the mod that we downloaded. We both thought looked cool for the water. It's not free, but I am still figuring out which one that was free. And we've got our standard bloody seed buying station. And I think that one's a seed one as well, but it does everything. It's even got the stickers on the side, so you can actually select anything you want, from water to the mineral feed, fertilizer, every fucking thing can be brought from that. I think this one was pretty darn similar too. Not 100% sure, but I think that one was too. Yeah, here's my nice American truck. This is the one with, it's got, I think, what was that, 600,000 litres of water in the bastard, give or take. So this is the one that I was looking for, I just couldn't remember which one it was. I just couldn't remember exactly which one it was, and unfortunately a semi is the only damn thing that will pull it. And I had to go for the biggest fucking engine possible. And I wasn't going to risk running it with that damn tractor with an overpowered engine. Because I flipped it with a freaking an SUV, basically. So here's... What are we missing on here? Hold up. We're missing something. Gotta bring this back. So with this little crop field, this is doing strawberries at the moment. And this is just loading them up. So what I'm doing here is I'm leaving strawberries and water. So strawberries and water, and it will continuously produce. It doesn't need much water, but it's alright. So it produces them out here, and then you can it just loads them onto the truck like normal. This is the one that I haven't figured out the automation side of it yet. So, it's producing strawberries. But it does things like tomatoes, strawberries, lettuce, red lettuce, melons. But it turned everything else off because it was messing with the load of the truck. It can only take one specific type at a time. That'll be cool. Makes a big difference. Helps out a lot. And I found a singular apple fucking tree mod. So that means we don't have to worry about putting 5 in when we only need to focus on one damn tree for the loading and unloading process. I actually found a singular one. I spent, just to try and change my mindset a little bit, I went through the mods and I looked at a shitload of them. Even noticed some that I've never seen before, which is crazy. But yeah, with the modifications in place, I should be able to make this little apple tree, the singular apple tree, work for automation. So it's only just this little square, and that's all we need to worry about. We don't actually have to worry about a whole entire ass apple tree orchard just taking up the fucking space. We can just have one and automate it, and then that's it. It's just right now I haven't automated it just yet. And you still do the exact same thing as what you did before. You add the water, you add the reservoir, so you're automatically overloading it with water, and then you just load the truck up automatically. Still working on the automation side of it. But apart from water and straw, that's all you got to add to the little garden. Oh yeah, I forgot that thing's still running. Now I think the reason why the trucks keep turning off, I think it's because we actually turned the setting off to turn the trucks off. Which is kind of crazy as I thought about it, because that was us that did that. And if we could probably leave the trucks running so that we could keep the water going all the bloody time. But I still haven't figured out why they keep fucking moving, and that always bugged the shit out of me. I haven't figured out I did take another crack at the bloody at the cow field, that cow field with a robot, could not get that shit to work. I did try so fucking hard. I really, really did. Could not get it to work. I added everything that we've ever known about fucking cows, and I did exactly that, and couldn't get it to work. Tried the straw blower, tried every fucking thing, could not get it to work. Thank God this is my test world that can easily make $1 billion. Because I could not get that shit to work for the fucking life of me. It just would not work. I have been trying a few other different mods here and there, but I found some okay ones. What was the other ones I tried? I could have sworn I installed a couple new ones. I just don't remember what they were. Oh, the milk truck. That's right. I'm just gonna drive down there. This is my truck that has the hitch on it. So with the milk truck, I figured that out. Now we do actually have to sit in the damn truck to unload it and load it. But we no longer need the ability to drive it to unload the fucking thing, which is great news, because that annoyed the fuck out of me. Oh shit. Yeah, that annoyed the hell out of me. Now, I did modify the fence so that it was a lot more bigger here to work with. But all we need is just this little silo outside, because this is the selling point. So this is basically the production selling point. Like what I was originally trying to get to work. So we load it up, and then we unload it here. So you just hit start overloading. And now it's sold. That's it. That is literally it. That is literally the entire damn process. No having to move the milk truck one damn bit. So I got rid of the milk truck that was over this direction and replaced it with just that one. My goal is to try and figure out how to automate and minimize the amount of vehicles that we're going to need to buy in order to do farming and stuff and do it right. Because it's we do buy a lot of vehicles, but sometimes we don't always need it, but we don't know that. We buy it in anticipation for possibly needing it, even though it's not needed. Now, the unrealistic water truck, that takes a fucking long time to load that bitch. But it won't be running out any fucking time soon. It doesn't run out anytime damn soon. And it does take a while before the water runs out here. But you do just make sure that you got a couple straw bales here. It keeps it at 5,000 straw all the damn time until it runs out. And I just go buy one and drag it over. But I buy at least 2 of them, bring them over. And I just make sure I've got water in this at all times. And I just park it here on the water circle. It's just there. Now, I believe it's 600,000 litres, I think. I could be wrong, but I think that's about it. I know nothing can toll it other than a semi. But this is just going to continuously produce strawberries all the fucking time. Not right now because it's bloody... I dropped the time scale down for the day purposes, but it's pretty much what I've got so far. I wanted to see if the lights would stay on if the vehicle was running still, but apparently not. But I did get the biggest harvester, the biggest bloody baler there was, and this is it. This is the one that has the unrealistic bale sizes, which does actually let us change the size of bales that we want. Unfortunately, they do come out square, which was kind of a bummer. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm fine with it. it works as we need it to, so screw it. I don't think I've really installed a hell of a lot of mods. I think that might have been most of them. I think. Looks like it. I think the others were just cosmetic shit in the constructor. But I did actually download something for your abandoned farmhouse beehive setup. That I did download. And I think it'll help sell the place quite nicely once I add them in. I did. I had a lot of time to try and... I had a lot of time to try and distract myself, so I kind of went on here and tried to figure out what I could. Just in ways where I could try and distract my mind, because my mind was mentally stressed out a lot. It really, really was. It was real stressed out, so I had to try and distract my mind as much as I could, and most of the time was spent on the actual mod hub, but... Oh, here we go. A broken down combine. Broken down rusty combine. Pickup trucks. Tractors. Water trucks. These you can't drive, they're just props, but I think that they will help sell the place. Fire trucks. Hell, even a broken down rusty old excavator. I don't know what that one was all about, but there's a few different things to choose from. Even cars that you can just place in random certain places to kind of make it look nice. Like if you go to like a suburban area and you want to work with it, you can make a driveway, put one of these cars in it, and it looks like someone's living there. If you wanted to go down that route, that is. Oh, this is the other one I was gonna mess with. Now I remember what it was. I remember now. I downloaded this bloody mod. I was gonna screw around with this. I forgot all about it. I downloaded this yesterday morning, but I couldn't remember I forgot all about it. This is a sprinkler system for your gardens. So I guess we're quickly figuring this out. Okay. So we power on. Turn it on, damn it. So on. Now what? Is it gonna work or what? I don't know how this bloody works. I don't know how this works, but it's supposed to be some sort of sprinkler system, so I don't know how it all bloody works. I'm literally figuring this out as I go. All I know is this, and that's it. Is it even on? It's supposed to be some kind of sprinkler, but I don't really know that much about it, so... I don't know how it's supposed to work with none of that shit. Like, it's supposed to be running right now, but guess we'll never know. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong. I don't know if it's supposed to be on the edge of a field, away from a field. I haven't got a clue. I don't know if I'm supposed to bring water to it, which, honestly, I'm actually thinking I might bring some water to it and see what happens. This is how fast the truck actually goes with this much water in it. It struggles. It's a lot of fucking water. It struggles bad. Okay, apparently not. Like, it really struggles. Holy shit. Oh, there it goes. There you go. It's actually going on at a certain time. It's a sprinkler system. So when there's no water, it'll continuously water the ground. I don't know how that's supposed to work, but It's working. It's actually watering the damn garden when there's no rain, which is kind of crazy. Not sure what you do with it, but it just goes on for a certain amount of time, then that's it. So this pump doesn't even bloody work. It's just a prop. And you just turn it on and it just does the same thing. I don't know the time of how long it runs for, but hey, there it is. As far as I know, it doesn't cost any money for the water either. I haven't seen anything. I don't know if it just continues or not. I'm just waiting to find out. But it's cool. I guess if you're planting grass, it's probably a good idea. That's if you're planting grass, that is. Looks like it continues. I think you gotta manually turn it on and off. It looks like it. Doesn't look like it just goes off on its own. Okay, where's the off button? Is it going to turn off, or is it just going to continue? I did just turn it off, didn't I? But it takes a little bit to figure that out. I think those are decorations. Fences, other... Yeah, that was one of the other mods that I actually installed to try out. I just forgot all about it, that one. It's easier to forget about them because they're in the decorations or one of those other places. That's how easy it is to forget all about it. And you can barely see it in the list anyways. I don't know if I installed any contain... Oh, here it is. Buying trigger. That's what I was going to show you. Buying trigger. So that's slurry buying. So you can actually buy slurry to do your fields with. And you can place that anywhere. It's just a circle that you put anywhere. Any building, any place, anywhere you want. As long as you own it. And then you can just go do what you need to do. I did try to find that one that we installed for the free one, but I couldn't find it anywhere. And we got the multi-fruit buying places like seeds, fertilizer, all that shit. So let's fit it with fertilizer. Trying to see if there was any of them that I forgot about. Oh yeah, then they got the traffic lights, which I actually did go ahead and install. Because I guess why not at the time. Get an actual fully functioning gas station, which is crazy. Can't really go too far back with it, but I will place it up here. So I actually brought a gas station that you can drive into, which is kind of crazy. And you got the vehicle workshop as well. I haven't really understood that one too much. Just well, I need a bit of gas for this bloody shop truck, so I'm going to drive it up. Alright. So I'll drive over and have a look. because this is my first time seeing it myself. Because it's another one I forgot about. Couldn't find it. But it's a fully functional. It's a fully functional gas station you can place on your farm, and you can just drive into it. Which is kind of cool. It is floating here, but it's okay. Hey, look, we can refuel. I like that. Alright, well, I'm going to finish up. I might jump back on here in a little bit. But right now, I'll finish up and go get things sorted inside. Then I'll come back on in a little bit. So I'll catch all three of you guys a little later.